Hi, I'm John Halloran, and I'm excited to teach you how to store something as a verb or an adjective or maybe a noun category. It's basically going three locations in, but giving you a nice clean way of doing it. And the iPad, it really is quite slick. It shows it on the accent with Empower and New Voice. So there's three different ways you have to do it, but they're all pretty slick. But today I'm going to teach you how to do it on the iPad. So just an example here, when you hit the Apple, notice that I don't like the way that showed up on the screen. I'm not sure it is for you, but you notice that this one's green, telling me it's a verb. And notice that it's all capitalized, telling me that it's going to go to another location. So that gives me just that forms of that word. So it's pretty slick. So when you hit the drink, if you see that this one here is the word swallow, then when it's all capitalized, it's green. When you hit it, then you get the forms of swallow. But you've decided that you want a new verb. And a good example of one that we're adding in the future is the word tickle. So, everybody wants that word. But how do you store tickle as a three icon sequence following this architecture of seeing the mid sequence color coded with a label that's in all caps and then going to the right locations where verb is? Okay, I usually don't do big introductions like that. So I apologize if you just want the steps. Here they are. Okay, let's start with coming up with the word you want to say and where you want to put it. So in our example, tickle. Now the finger kind of is what we use for things that you do with your fingers. You tickle, you catch, you roll, you throw, you pull, you do things with your hands. And it happens to be that this location down here, think of it, that's where the snail is. And you can think of a snail being tickling like an insect on you, tickling, but especially a snail. So if you took your finger, you tickle the snail if you want to just come up with some reason. I love that part. You don't have to. But when you hit this button right here where it says do, then right here, there's nothing around it. It's kind of empty. We're going to make this button green and we're going to make it all caps saying tickle. Then when you touch it, you're going to be able to go up here and get tickle, tickles, tickling. Everybody understand what we're going to do? All right, you're going to do it in 3 steps. And as long as you just take it one stage at a time, it's quite easy. And so the first stage, and at the end, I'm going to give you a way so you can see it in writing. So the first stage is you want to copy the finished page. So you're going to copy this page and rename it. And the reason the finished page works so nice is there's nothing else in here. So it's a nice clean page to copy. So we're going to use this finished page as our template. So all right, let's just do it. Let's figure out how to copy that page. First, get to the page you want to copy. So I hit the finished and I'm looking at the page I want to copy. Now stage two, the second stage one, but step two, I hit menu, then I hit edit page. I'm going to go a little slower than normal. So far I did menu, edit page, but I had to see the page I wanted to copy. Now I go back to menu again. And now I do import or copy pages right here. Import, copy pages. Makes sense. And you're going to duplicate this page. So now you just duplicated the finished page, but right here you want to rename this to tickle. So you delete. So I'm going to use this little delete button to delete out where it says core finish copy. And I'm going to call it tickle. And I'm going to do a little trick actually. I'm going to call this AA tickle. And I'll show you why I put AA in front of things in a little bit. But if you put AA in there, it's a little easier to find them because they put them alphabetical. Otherwise, you're scrolling trying to find it. So just name everything you put in here that you copy. Start it with AA and you'll see the benefit. Now hit save. And at first, you're not going to believe this, but the first step is done. There's only 3 stages, and you're already done with stage 1. So let's just say I wanted to do another one just because I kind of feel like I fumbled around in there. Let's do it again for a word like smash. I don't even know if smash is in there. I guess your first thing is to go in here and see if the word hits. So go in here to Word Finder and check to see if the word exists before you store it. Nope. So if I want to do smash, smash is smashing. All right, so let's do that whole thing again. The stage 1 of how to do this is copy the page finished and name it smash. All right, so you do menu. Whoops. You got to hit finish first. You got to see this page. So you're on the page you want to copy. Then you hit menu, edit page, back up to menu, import or copy this page, duplicate this page, touch where it says core duplicate, delete that out. I want to get rid of all that. So delete all that, start it with AA, smash. then say save, and done. That's the first stage. We have 2 of them ready to go. So hey, you could do all that, all the words you want to do. You probably need to be one at a time. So that's stage 1. You're done. You copied the page and you renamed it. Now we're going to store that as an icon sequence. So I know where I want to put it. I hit the do one time and I see the location where the snail was. And this is where I want to put that mid sequence to be all caps and green like these are. Just telling me it's going to go to the next location. Okay, so now what I do, this is step 2, stage 2, or what are you going to call it? See the spot you want to change. So I have to be able to see this empty location. I hit menu, edit page, and now I have to touch a place that says blank, unless I'm going to want to change one of these, which I'm not likely wanting to do that. Hit this blank where the snail was. Then you're going to hit create new button. You're not copying, you're creating a new button. Then start at the very first. This is the mid sequence, so it's going to be all caps. Remember, we want them to be able to see that rule. So this is going to be tickle, but all caps. Don't worry about the speak message. It doesn't matter. It's not going to talk. Remember, it's going to be the mid sequence. What's really nice is it picks, if this icon works for you, which it does for me, you don't have to do the next part. But if this icon didn't work for you right there with that feather, then you would go here and select image. But that icon works for me. So I scroll down and I want to change that body color. See where it says body color right here? So now I touch body color. And this is what I just love. Look at how it gives you these parts of speech, and you want it to be a verb because that's the same color as that. It's not a verb tense. It's this regular tense, regular verb tense. So you hit verb. So now you're going to have this picture, all caps, with verb underneath it. So the last thing you have to do is scroll all the way to the bottom because we don't want it to speak that message. So touch right where it says speak message. Once you touch that spot, now you can scroll down, and I like it because it's on the bottom right here where it says visit. We always visit pages. That keeps the motor plan the same. So you hit visit, and then it says, which page do you want me to visit? Now this is why we named them AA. See how they show up right here? Otherwise you'd have to scroll all the way down to the T's. And I guess you could spell it. You don't want to add a new one. You could search for it maybe, but anyway, it's better just if you name them AA. So I did AA tickle, and it just grabbed that page that we had just copied and going to make it pull up when we touch this. Now hit save, and now hit done. Now hit your clear display, and notice when you touch your finger now, look how this one's following the rule. It's all capitalized. It's that beautiful color verb key we want. And when you touch it, you say, well, I didn't want the word finish there. Now we're on to the final stage. Correct. And this part's the easiest part. So now all we have to do is get to that final stage, and we just have to edit these keys to say the proper verb that we want in there. So in our case, again, it's tickle. So now I just get to that page, hit edit page, touch the first one, edit this button, change the label. This time it's not going to be delete out the word finish. This time it's not going to be capitalized because it talks. That tells the individual see. So now it added the speak message. I don't want that icon. So now I have to do select icon. Some people would do the regular verb tense. I make the first one match whatever the verb is. I embellish the first icon. Like if it's an apple, this says eat. I'd like to have a guy eating an apple, but the rest stay in the same proper location. So, all right, speak message is correct. Hit save, and you will have to do this. It thinks it's already in there, but just hit continue because it's seeing the word. It's seeing the word finished is what it's seeing until you store it. So now look, now we have this fixed. We hit this, we see this one's green, we see it's all capitalized, we know it's going to take us to that word, and now we would now go in and fix all these so it's tickle, tickles, tickling, tickled. Now you do the same thing to fix the next one. You'd go in there, and really when you were here and you hit edit page, and you touch this one, once you finished editing it, once you finished, you would just go to the next one. You would just do them all at one time. Okay, it's really pretty simple. I'm really happy with the people at PRC who developed making this pretty simple. I know it seems like a lot of steps, but it's just 3 steps. Copy the finished page when you're doing a verb. If you're doing an adjective, I really like doing the word. For some reason, when I'm doing the adjective, I think I usually use the word ugly. So I get to this page right here, and I copy this page. So now I would do menu, the whole steps again, edit page, menu, copy this page, the whole steps again. And I just, because ugly's clean, I use that one. Now, the good news is when you're doing a noun category, the noun categories are the easiest. So if you're doing a noun category, you don't have to do any of that first stage because you just go right to creating a new page. So if you're doing a noun category, let's say you have a kid who, I don't know, they love, I'm trying to think of something quickly a kid would love, they love dinosaur characters. Well, they're already in there. They love Pokemon characters. So you would hit the TV set, and you could, this button here could take you to the noun category for Pokemon characters. So now that you can see that location, now you just do menu, edit page, touch that button, create a new button. You don't have to do the copy. Now you do all caps again. Now you'd go down, you change your image. There's too bad there's not a nice Pokemon in there. I know that isn't even popular anymore. It tells you how old I am. Anyway, they were kind of dinosaur characters to me. And now you would do visit again. Whoops. You would do visit again, but this time you'd do the plus sign because you do plus. You'd spell your new page Pokemon. You change your color. You change your body color to a. Well, I'm going to save that first. I should have done that at the stage before. Back here, I'm going to save it again. So now I'll have it, but all I need to do is change the color. Now I can add my Pokemon characters here. It's the only stage I forgot when I did that last one. When you hit the TV, you see you get the Pokemon. That button, when I was doing this at the beginning, you do it at the end. You can edit this button. You could change its body color, change it to that noun, save, done. So now we've done it. See how nice that is? So it's then now when you get to that final stage here, when you get the TV set and you go here, now you just do your menu edit. Nouns are really the easiest because you skip stage one. Okay. All right. So just so you can take a screenshot, take your phone or something. I know it's not as professional. Some people make their videos, but capture the screen or take a video. This is the 3 stages. This is what you have to do first. These are the steps that I just went through. Then this is your stage 2. So first you're going to copy the page. That's stage 1. Stage 2, you're going to actually create the sequence, taking that page and having it pop up. And then because it's kind of like using it as a template, the last thing you're going to do is stage 3, you're going to have to go in there and actually edit it to make those words be the correct words. So one more time, these are your 3 steps in a written format, matching what I just did. Stage 1, do that first. Stage 2, and your stage 3. Okay, I hope that helps. I know it looks, once you've done it a couple times, it's just pretty slick. And if we can do anything to help you at all, let me know.